What's up, y'all? It's your girl Richie, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Birkin Valentino overtime or Chanel clutch. Might go Gucci vintage hat on guard or Dior bucket.
We have the one and only Richie Re off the porch today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling ecstatic to be here. I'm excited.
Now, I know through these crazy times, like a lot of creatives have had creative block, but how have you been able to stay motivated creatively throughout the quarantine?
So the thing that I've been doing lately is just recording more, staying in the studio. I actually have an at-home studio set up at home. So if I have anything in mind, I call my producer, I call my friend, he's an engineer as well, and we just chop it up like that. Lately, I've been dropping like Friday freestyles and stuff here and there, just to keep the content going, you know. Outside of that, it's just all music related, honestly. Atlanta, as we all know, is open. It's open as hell. So if I got a hosting, I'm going to my hostings. If somebody want me to do a walkthrough, I'm gonna do a walkthrough. I'm gonna keep myself busy by all means necessary.
Now, I was creeping on your Instagram, of course, and I saw that you recently had a show in Savannah. How did it feel to hop back on the stage again?
Yo, like Savannah, shout out to Savannah, Georgia. Their energy was amazing. With it being my first show this year, I was nervous a bit because I had been on a stage in like 6 months since COVID and stuff. And then I also brought dancers. I don't dance, but I danced. I did my thing. But no, I was excited. I was nervous. The girls, they did their thing. We did all the little choreography, the outfits. We did Beyonce. That's what I said I did. We did the Beyonce. And
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Now, since that was your first show, how in the world did you shake off your nervousness?
Patron, Pat Ron, my favorite drink. But also just, I try to pray before any show and after every show. You know, just had a little conversation with him up there. And I'll be good, you know. I feel like even if you've been doing this a long time, I feel like if they tell you it's not nerve-wracking, sometimes they're lying. Because I don't care how good you are. You still gonna be a little nervous. You're gonna have a little nerves. It don't even necessarily gotta be like nervous. It's just be those jitterbugs, like, you know, the butterflies. For me, I think it mainly be my anxiety. I'm excited. I just wanna get it done and make sure I just nail that shit like on the head, so yeah.
Now, I know that you are from Flint, Michigan, and I really want you to give me a little insight on what it was like for you growing up there.
Oh, man. Flint, Michigan, 810. Shout out to Flint, Michigan. It was amazing growing up, honestly. As a child, my parents, they didn't allow us to know when we were struggling, which we had our struggles, but the way my parents were, they hid that shit great. Like, I think about it today, me and my siblings, we talk about it, we be like, dang, we never knew this, or we never knew that. It's because they hid it so well. But growing up in Flint, man, everybody's a family. I ain't gonna say was a family, because we still like a little knit family. Everybody know each other in every little part of the community, north side, south side, we all know each other. Your auntie was my auntie, your granny was my granny. Even times when my parents had to go to work, we ain't had no babysitter, we ain't had no nanny. Auntie across the street watching you. She gonna make sure your lights off, all that good stuff. And the food, oh my God, the food, still the best to this day. Anytime I go home, I have to have a Big John steak and onion and Halo burger, which is the bomb. And I do miss like being a kid. I used to get out of school, go home, grab like $1 from my mama, and run to the corner store and get me this big old, you remember them big jumbo popsicles? Yep. They was like 50 cents. Then you get some chips, you get some annihilators, get all that. And it's like, now I'm grown as shit. And I be like, man, I miss those days. I miss being a kid.
Man, we had a really good childhood if you think about it. Like, we could just openly go to the store, go to the candy lady,
you don't
like
have to worry
all of
about
that.
the crazy stuff that go on today. You know, like, I am thankful for all the things that I've, you know, gone through as a child, from a teenager, because it made me who I am today. But I would not change anything whatsoever. Anything as a child up until now. Couldn't.
Who were you listening to growing up?
Oh my God. Bone Thugs and Harmony, 3 6 Mafia. People I had no business. And it's because my brother, like, I look up to him. He's my inspiration, and he's the reason I got into music. He produces beats, he raps as well, but he's not mainstream or anything. But growing up, I used to watch him all the time in my mama's basement, and I used to try to sneak down there and be with him and his friends, and it never worked. But yeah, I'm 3 6 Mafia, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Missy I love me some Missy. I had to work with her one day. Just feel like that. And a lot of the old school stuff too. Like my parents, we used to travel and we used to listen to like Ozzy Brothers and the Whispers. And even today, my music, like I love samples. If you listen to some of my stuff, I love samples. I'm a sample girl.
Now, what would you say is one of the biggest life lessons you learned?
My biggest life lesson has been pretty much just being patient, learning how to be patient. I think we sometimes lose the true goal perception as to what we're trying to get to by losing the patience. When I first started this, I thought I was the best. I thought I was that. Well, I am that bitch. But I'm just saying, like, I felt like I was ready. You know, I was ready to go on fucking TV. That's how I was feeling, but I wasn't. And I did a lot of things like putting out a project prematurely just because I wanted to be heard. I wanted to be respected. I wanted all this, but it wasn't time. So it's like, I'm learning still how to be patient. I'm learning that everybody gets their turn eventually. We don't know when it may happen, you know. But for me, the hardest thing for me has been being patient as a kid too. Like, I was that kid. Mama say don't touch the stove. Touching the stove, like I'm impatient. So mine would have to be being patient, yeah.
Right before pursuing your rap career, what were you up to?
Oh my God, what wasn't I up to? So everybody who know me knows I love to do anything I put my mind to. I was finishing school, dentist school, well, hygienist. And then I had a cosmetic line called Bougie Cosmetics. And I was modeling. Like I had a lot going on, but none of it made me feel whole. None of it made me like feel like I was doing something right. The money was cool, it was all right, you know, but I was like, can I see myself doing this forever? And I couldn't. So, and then I had no business doing nothing dental related. I hate breath. I hate it. And then I was like in the endo offices where they're doing like root canals. Just nasty. One quick story. I had to go into a patient's room with a doctor and I was just assisting and he took the thing off the back of the tooth and you could just smell it. And it was just, I couldn't do it. That was it for me. I was like, nah, this ain't right. I thought maggots was gonna start coming out of it or something. That's how bad it's done. But yeah, I knew that wasn't for me.
Ooh, so I bet when a dude approaches you, the first thing
I
you
look at is his teeth. And my nose is great. I smell everything. Sometimes I hate it because I smell everything. But like, yeah, I'm looking at your teeth. And that don't mean you gotta have the veneers. That don't mean you gotta have like perfect teeth. Just make sure them shits is clean. And they look good, you know. I don't know, yellow, you know. Get that shit clean.
Now, what did it take for you to finally take that leap and just be like, you know what, I'm finna start rapping?
Oh my God. So a part of it is my manager and his cousins. So they were at his house, at my manager's house, recording one time. And I was there. Me and another girl was there. And I don't know, they was having fun. I was like, I want to go in there, see what they're doing, being nosy. And I go in there and they like, get in the booth, Ree. I'm like, huh? They like, get in the booth. You love music, get in there. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Sat in there for like another hour. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go in there. And I laid some shit, but I didn't think they was actually recording it. They was recording it. And these niggas literally, next few days, mixed it, changed some shit around, and it was a song, and it was called If I Want To. It was to the Uchiwali beat, song Nas and them. So I thought it was lit, no lie. I thought the shit was hard. Sent it to my brother. He hurt my feelings, but truth hurts. But we still put it out. We still put that song out, and it did all right. But listening to it today, it's still up. I want to take it down so bad, but manager won't let me. He like, let people see your, you know, diversity and your growth and da da da. I'm like, yeah, that's true, but damn, like that song, like, can you please take it down? And now they're gonna go look up that damn song. Yeah.
Could you spit a verse from that song?
Woo. Ooh, no, it's so whack. It's so whack. It's so chatty. Like we say chatty up north. It's so chatty, and that's not talking. It's whack. Nah, you gotta go listen to it though, and you gonna laugh.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it because you told me about it. So,
So bad.
In order to get to where you are now, what distractions did you have to cut out?
Oh man, my distractions, being honest to God, is problems back at home, my family, and it's just the honest God truth. You know, with me living in another state, I have no family here. All my family is back up north. So I worry about my parents, you know, my siblings, the water situation. Like, I worry about a lot. I have nieces and nephews who call me a lot for stuff. Like, I worry about not being able to hold up my part. Because I look at myself as a provider. I'm the youngest out of 5 kids, but I am like the most responsible for some odd reason. And they look up to me, and I have no, you know, I have no problem with that. But sometimes it's like that thought in the back of my head of not being able to do for them, it hurts my feelings. It crushes me. So that makes me go 100 times harder, because there is no giving up. There is no, all right, this ain't gonna work. It's no more time for that. That was then. Couldn't make my mind up. I couldn't do none of that. This is the thing. This is it. Like, somebody was like, well, what you gonna do if it don't work? No, it's gonna work. Period. It's gonna work. That's my biggest thing in the back of my head. What if I can't? You know? And if I can't right then and there, I'm gonna get it done eventually. I'm gonna get it done.
I feel that. Mm-hmm. With you being an independent artist, what would you say are some misconceptions about being independent?
So, misconceptions of being independent. You can't go to radio. You can. You can. For me, I'm actually about to get ready to go to radio with my single On the Floor. For the simple fact that, for my look, okay, I look like I'm signed. Clearly, that's what they say. But this shit was not free. I bust my ass for this. The streams, the shows, all of that. I do this because I want to look a particular way. It's not because everybody else is doing it. I used to look up to these same people like, yo, I want this, I want that. Now that I'm able to do it, I'm going to do it. So when people say, oh, you signed, they're like, you can't be getting that on your own. You got to be signed to a label, like a major label. No, I'm not. I have a financial advisor. I got this. Like, I know what I'm doing. But that's like one of the main misconceptions with me is they don't believe that I'm independent. They're like, no, ain't no way. I'm not signed whatsoever yet. But, you know, that's the biggest misconception for me lately, I think.
Now, what has kept you an independent artist for so long?
The fact that I can move around and maneuver when I want, how I want, and I have a lot more, you know, say, as you could think. If I can say that, you have a lot more say so. One thing that kind of scares me with the whole labels, I don't want to get shelved. Like, you know, you have some labels that come sign you just to keep you out the way of another artist. Like, I don't want that. If you sign me, I really want you to look at me as a product that you can, you know, I'm a product. That's what I am. That's what they look for. I want you to be able to see me and say, I can make some shit off of her, you know, because I want to make a bag too. So at the end of the day, I don't want to be afraid to be signed, but it's like a lot of things that you hear in the industry and people that has been signed, they do tell you some stories. You be like, damn, that's crazy. But I'm thankful for the people that has come through and told me their little stories, because it's like, okay, I know not to do this. I know not to move like this. I know to be looking out for this. So it's not that I don't want to be signed, because I got people at the door. It's just I have to make the right decision, because once you sign that line, ain't no, I don't want to be signed with you no more. Ain't none of that. you stuck, and for however long you signed for, et cetera, et cetera. Like, this ain't no job at Target, you know, you go apply and you don't like it, you quit. 'Cause I did that too growing up. I worked at JCPenney, Taco Bell, you name it. I quit all the time because I didn't like it. And that ain't what, you can't do that in this. You can't do that. I wouldn't want to. I didn't put too much blood, sweat, tears, time. I ain't got time.
So basically, if they want you, they gotta come with
the whole
package in the bag.
I feel, yeah, hell yeah. I'm definitely the whole package. Like, I'm just saying, you have to honestly ask yourself. And being honest, I feel like everybody is not the whole package, right? So you have some people, they got the look, they ain't got the sound. They got the sound, but they ain't got the look. I ain't saying I'm Beyonce, but I'm just saying, like, bitch got the look, I got the sound. The sound is getting even more polished. Like, it's just gonna only get better from there. So they have to come correct, especially if because it's a partnership. That's what people gotta understand with labels. It's not about them just signing you. It's a partnership. It's a business. So I think once artists understand that, they'll be fine. Like, I get it. I work for you. you know, you write my check. You know, it's a partnership. That's all that is.
Now, you're an independent artist. You are a Black woman as well.
Yes.
How did you learn how to navigate through the industry?
Honestly, just being myself. I take hold and I take it, like I cherish the fact that I'm a people's person. I will talk to whoever in the room if the time is fit. Like sometimes I'm a little bit shy, but I like to say somebody that's really, really big in the room and it's my manager or it's my DJ. I'll talk to my DJ or my manager and say, yo, is that so-and-so? And they'll say, yeah, you should go talk to him. And I'm like, maybe not. And they'll literally talk me into going to talk to him or her. And I'll go and I'll just be myself. It's nothing wrong with being yourself. I learned at the very beginning, don't be something you're not, because that shit'll bite your ass back in the ass. Cause it's gonna come back and you're gonna be like, I said that? Oh, I did that? Don't do that. Just be your damn self. So I think me making it through the industry as being a Black woman, I'm very headstrong. I know what I want. I know who I am. There is no changing that, period. And I stand on that, and that's just that.
I love it. How do you manage to stay level-headed when dealing with the industry politics?
Girl, prayer, just being honest. I pray. You know, my mother, she has been there every step of the way. I feel like, you know, when people be like, oh, my grandma must be praying for me. My mom, it's her. I've been in so many different situations just within the last 2 years of my safety, from just the people that's around me. Like, it's a lot that goes on in the industry. I feel like rap, just music in general, is a very dangerous, like, situation because of the things you put yourself in and the, you know, positions and stuff. But my mother, I'm so thankful for her. She calls me. She makes sure I'm sane. She makes sure I'm right, you know, level-headed, because it's like we can get so caught up in this, especially living in Atlanta. You get caught up in the hype. You get caught up in all of it, and it's so much fun. It is, but it's like you kind of, if you get too deep, you can lose yourself. You really can. And I'm thankful for her to keep me on my toes, because we talk every day. Me and my mom, we talk every day. And she knows if she don't talk to me, something wrong, something ain't right. And if she can't find me, she calling management, she calling Glam, she calling somebody looking for me. So, yeah, my mommy. Mm-hmm.
It's our parents' prayers. Like, I say that all the time. Like, our parents' prayers be keeping us. It's a blessing to have praying parents.
It is, very much so. And you got to have a praying circle, too. Like, I'm telling you, I pray for almost every show. And if they don't hear me, I'm saying it under here, like, yeah, God is real.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's a crazy story that's happened to you while you're on this journey of pursuing music?
Where do we start? Social media is just weird. You know, I think people that got the blue check marks just honestly think they can have whoever, whenever, however. It's weird. The thing with me, I don't check all my DMs. I can't. But like some that I've seen and come across, it'll be certain individuals, and they'll say something out of the way, and I'll read it, and I'll leave it on scene because I know you saw me read it, and they'll see me in person, and they just disrespectful. It's like, you know how a guy try to talk to you, and you be like, oh, no, I'm good, and be like, bitch, you ugly anyway. That's how it is, like on social media for me. Like if I'm like literally not paying you no mind, or I read it, and they see me in person, they just so nasty, and I'll be like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. I think another thing with me being a woman in the industry, I'm meeting a lot of guys now who are respectful. At first it was kind of like, okay, are all y'all like this? Are all y'all like dogs? Like, cause I'm telling you, it's been situations where I'd be like, remember on Players Club, she's like, I'm just here to dance. I'm just here to rap. I'm just here to make music situation. And they be on something else. And I'm like, nah, that's not me. And then the person you thought you was about to work with and had some dope shit with, just because you ain't want to do something with them, they don't want to work with you no more. And you be like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. But, you know, what's for me is for me. So if it don't happen there, it'll eventually happen sometime down the road.
Oh, okay. So this leaves me with the question of what is your type?
Oh, my type, honestly, somebody asked me this a week ago. I'm not looking for a millionaire. I'm not. It's none of that. If you have good credit, because I feel like you in your mid-20s, 30s, or whatever, you should have some good credit. Not decent, you should have some good credit. You need to have some type of stock. You need to have, if not some education, college, some whatever, make your own business. Me specifically, I cannot date a man who has a 9-to-5. I can't. Only because our schedules would not even work. With that being said, I be popping shit. I'm a rich bitch. I can't be popping rich bitch shit and you can't even take me to fucking Saks because your check was this. I just can't. I'm just being honest. But if you're talking about like personality and stuff and character traits and stuff, you know, humble, sweet. I love me a dark-skinned man. Like good teeth, nice shoes, because I look at shoes too. And don't be popping shit that you really ain't got it, because like, you know, renting cars and all that shit.
We gonna find out.
We gonna find out. I ain't got time for that. I'm not doing that. If I feel like if I got my shit somewhat together or whatever, my dad always said he got to match you or be beyond, because that's like coming to church with a nice Sunday Sunday's best on, and you coming in there with your dude and he in there with some sneakers on and a beater from the Y. He just played basketball. It don't work. It doesn't mesh good. So I just say, just have your shit together. Don't be out here on no bull, because it's gonna come out.
And that's period.
Because it's a lot of that going on. It's a lot of it going on. Live beyond your means. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about the current state of female rap?
I love it. I'm so here for it. The shit is about time. That's how I feel. About time. Like, you know, we have, not had, because they still relevant, you know, Kim, Foxy, Eve, Left Eye, MC, Queen Latifah, all these women, right? But to me, I feel like back then, they weren't being as praised as we are now. Like, the light is being shone upon us now, whereas the back in the day, it was still kind of like, all the men. Yeah, you got some women, but all the men. I feel like all the women now is just like getting the attention and, you know, critics and stuff that they deserve. It's been too long. Like, the guys been in this for how long? And they're gonna continue to be in it, you know? But why not let the women come in, you know? I love it. I'm here for every single one of them. Somebody asked me, you think is it too oversaturated with women? No. How is that? How could that be when you hip hop, as we know it, male dominated industry, all of that. But y'all, come on, y'all talk about the women, y'all, you know, talk about the money. We got something to say too, you know? So I'm here for it. I love it. I can't not wait. Again, Missy, you watching this, can't wait to work with you, because I'm working with sis.
I will definitely say that this female rap is like real, like we have such a variety. Yes. You know, back then we really just had like Nicki, but now we have like you, Ruby Rose, Meg Thee Stallion. It's just such a variety. I love it.
And I love how everyone don't sound alike. You know, I feel like everybody has their lane. Of course, you get the guys saying, oh, they only talking about popping this, and you know, y'all talk about the same shit, money, scamming, you name it. They talk about it. It's the same stuff. So get off of that tip. Stop hating on us ladies, because we come in and they don't like it. It's fine though. We make them a little nervous.
Being that Atlanta has a big music scene and a lot of people move out here to pursue their music careers, how are you able to stand out as an artist?
Girl, when I come in a room, you're gonna look, okay? I'm a looker. Just got a looker. But outside of that, no, I think my personality, man, like say if we go to a event and it's a lot of musicians there, a lot of artists there, I'm gonna make myself known in there, because if I have to be the one to go introduce myself to everybody, I'm gonna do that. I'm not standing back to miss an opportunity. I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna make myself known. I'm gonna make myself clear that I'm here. You need to know me type of situation. Like, my confidence is out this world. I have a crazy confidence, and I've always had this confidence, even as a kid. My mom hated it. I love it. Like, that. This is who I am. So yeah, you're gonna definitely know who Richie is. Absolutely.
Speaking of confidence, when I was listening to your music, it was giving me very bad bitch energy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely bad bitch energy, rich bitch energy, ain't taking no shit energy. Like, yeah, just Honestly, like I love making music. I have some songs that I haven't put out yet, like that's another side of me with emotions and stuff too. But I don't know, it's an expression. It's a situation where I feel like I can be myself and sometimes be somebody else because, you know, as women we're gonna get judged for a lot. You know, we gotta be careful what we say. How many niggas did you say you fucked? You know, it's just certain things because the ear catches what it wants. And it's a lot of guys out here that got to be careful what they talking about because who listening? The feds, all type of stuff. Like you just got to be careful on so many different bases and aspects. But absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I just know your studio sessions be like
lit. Be lit. I got to have my
Super
Pat
lit.
wine. I be having a Casamigos. I had a Hennessy. See, it ain't about just me. I'm real big off of energy. And if you come into my session, I need your energy to be right. I don't like negative stuff. I don't really ask for no opinions because it's not yours. It's not your music in the first fucking place. Especially if you ain't on A&R, you ain't none of that. You just here. Just get that understood. So it's like, if we all got that understood, we gonna have fun. I love good crowds, the energy. And I have some sessions alone where it's just me and my engineer. That's cool, but I feed off energy. Like I did a record the other night. It was like 12 of us in there, and it was just fun energy. And I just kept wanting to listen to it because it was just that vibe. Whereas to my emotional records and stuff, I be by myself because, you know, who's to say I want to cry in front of somebody? It's just a vibe. It's the energy for me.
You gotta have that, especially while you're in work mode. Girl, you gotta have good energy.
Yes.
You recently dropped On the Floor and On the Flow, let me say it like
on
that. But you recently dropped that single and I saw a little snippet and I was like, this is for sure like a strip club
banger. Yeah.
Anthem.
Yes.
What was the inspiration behind this track?
Real hoes get down on the flow. The sample, they were banging them like that. When the producer played it, Dre, that's my engineer too, he's a producer. He played it, it was no brainer. I'm like, yo, what we doing? We laid it, and literally 2 days after we laid it, we went to all the strip clubs around Atlanta in the daytime, at nighttime, me, my DJ, my manager, and we trying to figure out what they gonna gravitate to. And I don't like people to know it's my song, because I like really sitting there like watching you, whereas they be like, you gonna get your phone out, or you gonna record it? I'm like, nah, I don't want to. I really want to see if they like it. And I do that because I feel like people are gonna give you a better reaction knowing you're not there, knowing you're not watching. So that's why I do that. But we've been working it in the clubs, and it's actually been on some, radio stations, actually a radio station in Texas too, New York here. It's up there. It's definitely my first single I've ever put out that's caught so quick. I feel like this is definitely one for the books, though. Yeah, it's on the flow.
Now, your most recent project, your EP that you put out was Rich Bitch Chronicles. I saw some Trina features on there. How was it working with her?
Trina's dope, okay? Come on, she's the baddest bitch, okay? You put the emphasis on the. Now, growing up, I listened to Trina, and I never would have thought in a million years I would have a freaking record with her. She's amazing. Her spirit is dope. She's unapologetically her. That's all I can really say. She's a sweetheart. She gave me some encouraging words when I met her, and I'll forever cherish the words and the bond that we had at that moment. So shout out to Trina. Big money.
As I was listening to Rich Bitch Chronicles, my personal favorite track was When to Say When, because you specifically said you got to stop being a wife when it ain't official. Can you please explain to the girls?
Whew. I would love to explain to the ladies, been there, done that. And I have siblings, my sisters, they've been in relationships where they breaking their backs for this man, for this nigga, doing these wifely things. Like, I grew up with my mom and dad. They've been married together 36 years, so I only saw that. But it was right, because they was married, right? Whereas we get in these relationships and we want to be the best woman that we can be. We want to be cute. We want to be able to cook. We want to be able to give him his, please him, this, that, and the third. Why are we doing all of this just for them to not respect you, just to lie to you, just to, bullshit? Like, no, I'm not about to sit up here and give you all of me when you can't even give me 25% of you. That ain't how that go. And honestly, when I did When to Say When, I thought about Eve, Love is Blind situation. Like that record will always be one of my favorites because it was a story and it took me somewhere. Although I wasn't going through that, you may know a female or a friend, a sister, somebody going through certain situations. You'd be like, damn, that's that situation. And When to Say When was that. Like, I went through some shit too from When to Say When, but I know specific individuals, friends, sisters who constantly try to be the best person they can be just for a slum or from a nigga who ain't even worth it. And it irritates me. So yeah, don't ever let these niggas play you out your mind. Take you off your grind, sis, wasting all your time. You better read them lines, sis. You better read them signs. Can't do it. You can't do it. Mm-mm.
Now, this track that I'm finna discuss, we was playing it too. I cannot wait to talk about Coochie
Girl.
Coochie Girl. It's like the girl version of Coochie Man.
Coochie Man. Shout out to YJ. Yeah, well, YJ, he's from my hometown. He like my little bro. Honestly, when we recorded that song in LA, he made me literally get in my bag on that different like rap shit. Cause you know, how he rap, you know how he do. I was like, nah, Jay, I don't wanna do that. He was like, nah, Richie, you about to do that. I was like, all right, fuck. So we just going back and forth. And it was a vibe. It was the energy. It was dope. And I'm like, you the Coochie Man, shit, I'm the Coochie Girl, nigga. He like, you know what? You can have that. You right. I was like, okay, cool. We ran with it. Coochie Girl. We actually need to shoot the video. We both so busy. He in and out of LA, Miami. I'm in and out of Atlanta, LA. Like, we gotta get together and shoot that video because it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. I can't wait.
So we have On the Floor, your recent project, and then we also have the Rich Bitch EP as well. So what are the upcoming projects that we can expect this year?
So this year, y'all gonna have to just sit around and wait because as of right now, I have a lot of shit in my catalog, but we playing it real different this year. So like last year, I would do all these singles and I would put them out because I would be just eager to get music out, but I'm learning it's not about that. It's more so about what catches. So we're on the flow, we just put out, we pushing it, and we're gonna not do the video until y'all requesting for the video. Like, because again, I'm independent. I gotta start making all these irrational decisions with money and stuff because I be so eager to put new music out. And it's there, I just have to, you know, make sense of it all and just make sure that I make proper sense for not only me, but management. I'm a female, that's enough. And managing a female is a lot different from managing a man because it comes with, gotta pay for hair, glam, all that stuff. So as far as projects, I'm sure a project will come out this year. Don't know when, I'm not gonna speak on it, but on the flow, go get it. Go stream that, go run that up, and some more shit is coming from me, believe it.
Now, through your music, what is the message that you would want to get across?
Just pretty much just being blatantly, unapologetically yourself. Be a boss, bitch. You can be if you a nigga, be a boss at that. Like, you know, niggas, they pop shit all the time. Not necessarily like we do, but it's okay being your own boss. It's okay having a boss. However way you do it, just own it. Make your money, because we all know during these times right now, if you haven't cultivated a hustle during this damn pandemic, I don't know what the hell, who gonna help you? I don't even know. I really don't. But just own that shit and be the best you could be at the end of the day. Everybody, you wasn't put on here for everybody to like you. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody ain't gonna like your music, but keep going, keep that confidence. I'm telling you, some people out here, some artists out here who people laughed at, who people said would never make it, and they are freaking millionaires, billionaires, you name it. They got a lot of shit going on. Don't let no one no stop you. Keep going. Keep it going. That's what I do. A door be closed on me, okay, I find another entrance. It's okay. You can't stop. Keep it going.
What advice would you give to artists who are struggling to find their purpose?
Shoot, definitely start over. Don't be afraid to start over. I know a couple people that's been doing music for 10 years, and I have people that's come to me and said, I'm proud of you. I don't know how you did it. I don't know what kind of favor you got. I don't know what it is, but I'm proud of you. I've been doing this for so and so many years, and I still ain't popped, or I still haven't got that song yet. Like, I'm proud of you. And I'm looking at them like, man, that's crazy because I don't think about stuff like that. But just people like that saying that, I feel like if you have to start over, rebrand yourself. 2 Chainz did it.
Yep.
Rebrand yourself. It's okay. It's okay, because what's for you is gonna clearly be for you still. Maybe it's not at the time you wanted it to be, but it's coming. So yeah, that would be my advice.
Now, before we wrap up, you can go ahead and shout out to all of your people.
Shout out to Flint, Michigan, 810 and this hoe. Love y'all. If you don't know who I am, it's me, Richie, a rich bitch. And yeah, follow me on all social media platforms. I am Richie Re.
Birkin Valentino over time, or Chanel clutch. Might go Gucci vintage, hat on guard, or Dior bucket. Nigga having a chance with Richie Re.